I'm Derek Thistlethwaite. I'm here in Stafford, Texas, and I'm the owner of Imperial Fitness. I would present Imperial Fitness as someone who hasn't heard of us as a hardcore bodybuilding and powerlifting gym. We are not your typical EOS, LA Fitness. We are a place for people who train hard and train heavy. So what differentiates us from other gyms is the culture. We can never compete with EOS or those places on size and pools and basketball courts, but what we have is we have a strong community. It's like a family here, and that hardcore training environment with your friends and family is what makes this place special. The reason why I built and constructed so much of this gym myself is one, because if you can do something yourself, why not do it yourself? And then two is money. I mean, whenever you're starting up a gym, every dollar that you have is precious. If I'm paying contractors to put up sheetrock and paint, that's money that gets taken away from the gym equipment. And no one cares about how much money I spent on drywall, but people absolutely care about the quality of equipment that's in the gym. Everything that you can do yourself will, give you more money to go forward with what people care about. With the only staff here being my wife and myself, you lose your personal life. I'm here 70, 80 hours a week most of the time, my wife as well. There's not a whole lot of time to do other things. But like I said, with doing the work yourself, that money that I don't put towards staff gets reinvested at the gym. Pretty much every dollar that the gym makes currently goes right back into bettering the gym, whether it be buying more equipment, saving up to expand, upgrading amenities, anything that can be put back into the gym gets put back into the gym. And that's only possible because of us running it. And I open a gym because I love the gym. I don't understand why someone would want to open a gym and then never go there. So it's not really a job, it's my passion. One of the biggest questions I get asked is, how would I open a gym and how much does it cost? And I don't think people really understand how expensive opening a gym is and how much some of this equipment is. My first gym, whenever I opened it up, we spent around $80,000 for 2,000 square feet. The gym floor was only 1,500, subtract out bathrooms and offices. In this gym space alone, I have over $500,000 of gym equipment. It's not cheap. And a lot of people ask me, should I take out a loan to do it? I say no. If you, with the current interest rates at $500,000 a loan, that doesn't include your rent, your electricity, the memberships for running your software to check in members, you're paying $5,000 a month. All that money could be put towards buying new gym equipment if you eat that cost yourself up front. And I really just don't advise people to take out loans. I get asked all the time about opening up a gym and if they should do this, if they could take out a loan for that. My answer is always no. Grow small, grow slow, don't outpace yourself. If you can't afford to do it, you shouldn't do it, is my #1 advice. Well, I try to keep risk as minimal as possible. Anytime that you're taking out big loans and you have big overhead, you're taking on risk. That's why I started with such a small space. My first gym, the gym floor was only 1,500 square feet. My rent was $2,000 a month. That was something that I could afford to, if I didn't have a single member, I could still, float that every single month without having to file for bankruptcy. And then we moved after almost a year into this location, which is 7,000 square feet. And with the amount of members that I had then, whenever I opened this location, I could still afford that $2,000 a month difference. And gym equipment has such liquidity that it's so easy to buy and resell. Of course there's risk. You don't want to go buying junk and not be able to resell it. But personally, I never saw that much risk in it, just because I took things slow. If I would have done the opposite and immediately opened up a 20,000 square foot gym, took out hundreds of thousands of dollars a loan and had huge overhead every month, then I probably would have had a lot more pressure on myself. But because I kept things small and worked up gradually, I never really felt that there was that much risk with what I was doing. If your only goal with owning a gym is to make a bunch of money, don't open one. We've been in business almost 2 years now. I haven't realistically made money from the gym. The gym has made money. All that money has gone back into the gym. You don't go from $80,000 of equipment to over $500,000 of equipment while paying yourself $200,000 a year. It just won't happen. This has to be your entire life. I'm more excited to spend money for the gym and for the members than I am for myself. I mean, this is what I love to do. And if the only thing that you're looking for is to make a quick buck, you honestly shouldn't own your own business. Like I said earlier, the reason why I check in on every single person at the gym is because I'm never gonna compete with LA Fitness and Lifetime on the amenities, on the size. But what I have is community. So I make sure that I know every single person in here. I make sure they all feel appreciated and cared about. Every night before I leave, my wife and I, we walk around, we tell everyone, y'all have a nice night, enjoy your workout, because I just feel like that's important. And I care about these people, you know, we wouldn't be able to do this without them. So I appreciate them. Big thank you to Passarella Entertainment. Stay updated on Imperial Fitness. We are always bringing in new equipment. I got another rare piece of equipment coming in next week, and hopefully we'll be expanding in early 2027, and I can't wait for y'all to see that happen. Thank you.